Peace. I want to talk about how a lot of people, or is normalized in society, at least in my environment, to think that we're just set in our ways and set to be this one person, and that's just who we are, that's just how we are. Fears, ways of being, characteristics, all of these things can be shifted if you want them to be shifted, if you want to become someone better. It's called neuroplasticity, and you can choose to remain the same, that's just you, but you could also choose to no longer allow things to control your life. For example, I know someone that is like so afraid of snakes that they can't even look at them on TV. They can't hear the sound of a snake. They can't see a picture of a snake, a piece of jewelry with snake on it, yet alone seeing that shit in person. Like they don't even want to think about the word snake. That's how afraid they are. Like we could be watching a movie and they will literally jump up and do all this craziness because they see a snake on TV. So in this case, for this person, the snake is literally running this person's life. It's controlling this person's life. Because if they can't even sit and watch a movie without being terrified, thinking that a snake is about to come through the screen and wrap their fucking body around them and choke their neck, then that's just crazy. And even with other things like water, being afraid of water and limiting yourself to experiences because you're afraid. This could be water, this could be public speaking, this could be anything, starting a business, this could be anything. Like limiting yourself to more experiences that could possibly fulfill you and make you happy because you're afraid or you fear this thing. This goes way beyond fear though. This could be someone's way of just being an asshole, just dead ass, like being disrespectful, speaking disrespectful to somebody just because this is what their parents did, so this is what's normal. Or not having emotional intelligence and not knowing how to control their anger and raging off, talking to people any kind of way because this is just what I'm used to, so you deal with it, or this is just how I am. Like no one is set in any way. No one is set in anything. You could be raised to be a Catholic and then next thing you know you want to be Buddha. Like you don't have to stick to one thing in one way. You can do and be anything, and you can change yourself at any time, and you can do that through repetition, repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Just like how if you're afraid of something, your first instinct is to say, oh my God, I'm afraid of that, I don't want that shit near me, right? But you have been programming yourself to every time you see this, you get this response. I'm afraid, so let's get out of here. Let's go away because I don't want to be around this because I'm afraid of it. I don't want to do this because I'm afraid of it. So let's not even go nowhere. Go nowhere around it. Go nowhere near it. But if you can program yourself to say, you know what, little by little, even if it's with a fear, right? Little by little, you can program yourself to no longer be afraid of this thing. Like if you're afraid of snakes, for example, you can start by looking at pictures of, if you're just so afraid of snakes, like the person I know, if you're so afraid, you can start by just looking at reptiles. Look at a reptile, go to the pet store, look at pictures, look at documentaries of a reptile, look at turtles, look at lizards, and look at them, and then weed your way into looking at snakes. So look at a documentary about a snake, look at pictures of snakes, learn about the snake, learn about this thing that you're afraid of. And I feel like the more you learn about something, the less afraid you are of it, because now you have a little bit more information and knowledge on it. You know that they're not just going to jump out of nowhere and wrap their fucking body around your neck and suffocate you. So start with documentaries. Then start by going to the pet store, looking at the snake, looking at pictures of the snake. Like I said, just exposing yourself to more reptiles, more snakes. And then, next thing you know, you can go into the pet store and hold the snake, pet the snake. Go to your friend that got a snake and hold that snake and look at the snake and touch it. Buy a snake skin purse, you know what I mean? Like, just expose yourself to this more and more and more and more and more until this doesn't affect you anymore. I'm not saying you got to be best friends with snakes now, but what I'm saying is you can program yourself to not allow this snake to, or this fear to dictate and control how you react, what you do, and your entire life. For example, if you're afraid of water, look at documentaries about water, about swimming. Drink some water. Put some water in a cup and observe it. Look at the water. Play with the water. Just exposure, more and more and more exposure, and repetition. Repetition is how you program your brain to say, you know what, okay, we're doing this now. So now you're creating neurons and new connections to now be aligned with this new thing, this new habit, this new thought process, or this new mindset. You're literally programming yourself to do these things. So with that being said, yeah, you have control. Nobody else has control over you. Nothing else has control over you. If you're fearing something, if you're allowing something to limit you, even in relationships, this goes way beyond like fears. This is like about mindsets, general mindsets, and emotions that you're feeling. You can even program yourself to react differently to different emotions and different stimuli. This is what I'm talking about. Programming yourself to respond to stimuli in the way that you want to respond to these stimuli in. So, for example, like I said, mindsets. Like, let's say you're used to being a certain way, acting a certain way, responding a certain way to certain people when they say certain things or do certain things. Like, you can reprogram yourself. And why is it important to reprogram yourself? I mean, for one, show yourself that you have control over these things, and for two, to build better relationships, to expose yourself to more opportunities, to more experiences, to more money, to more income, to more to more. You're opening your mind to more things and allowing more things in without allowing things to control you. You control them. So yeah, hope that was helpful. I'll be back again with some more videos. Peace.